Hi, my name is Jules DeMay. I'm from California, and this is my third year being a team leader. This summer I'm actually a senior team leader, so this is my 11th or 12th camp, and I keep coming back because I just love interacting with the kids and seeing the growth. I myself was a little bit introverted, but I've definitely come out of my shell. Being at Super Camp really pushes you out of your own comfort zone, and it forces you to grow. So not only seeing the growth in the campers, but seeing growth in yourself is a really awesome experience.
My name is Gary Clack. I'm a team leader as well. This is my first summer with Super Camp actually. Originally I joined because I sort of needed a summer job and it looked like a good way to develop myself and my own leadership style. But once I got here I saw how awesome the program was and really bought into Super Camp and what they teach and how they teach it. And in the last two camps it's just been great to see what the kids have got out of it and how we've impacted them. And probably a little better to see how they.
Hi, I'm Kayla Miller and I'm from Michigan. I also just kind of did the camp because I needed a summer job, and I liked that it combined both academic and social skills, and throughout the camp I have learned to completely love it. The kids really do gain so much confidence in themselves, and it's so great to see them grow over the course of just 6 days. Like how much they grow as people and how much they bond together is so amazing to see.
What do? You do crazy things like jump around and clap and dance and sing. You have team activities where you interact with each other, you learn more about each other on a personal level, on an emotional level. You also learn about quantum strategies and quantum learning, different strategies to improve your learning and actually retain information. I've actually used these a lot. In every camp I learn a little bit more, and that's helped me a lot in my studies because as a student I was not the most productive. Definitely just had really bad studying habits, and Super Camp has the ability to make you a better student and a better person, so it really rounds out your character and helps you balance.
Yeah, kind of going off what Joel said, you're with your team 10 to 12 hours a day. You wake them up in the morning, you go to classes with them, you have team meetings with them and debriefs, activities, and bond with them. Probably some of the best times happen at meal times when everyone just kind of like relaxes and you sit around and eat with your team, get to know them, do some killer riddles, just drive them crazy with all 7 riddles that you spent like all the staff training learning. But I think that's the biggest part about being a team leader is just the time you spend and making sure every kid gets everything.
But yeah, I think just really being that person for campers that helps them to reach their full potential in camp. You get to interact with them so much that they kind of rely on you to be that person that helps them take it the next step further, which is super amazing to be that person for someone. And like, you might not realize it at first, but you make such an impact on the kids.
Yeah. What I would advise is just to keep an open mind throughout the camp experience and throughout the whole time you're there. Just really being open and pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, because there are going to be times where you're tired and you might have done something that's really repetitive, but you really have to be that role model for the campers, for the students, because that's going to help you grow, it's going to help them grow. And then one more thing is really live up the moments between the moments. And what I mean by that is the times where you're not in the course room, you're not doing some type of activity, structured activity, right? The times where there's not anything that you have to do, right? Like having meals, you don't have to talk to them, but that's really where I've bonded most with my campers and my students. That's where you build the most rapport, and that's where they learn to trust you, so that when you go into those activities, then they'll actually listen to you because they know that you care about them and they know that
I'd say jump in with both feet. I got here and it was completely different from anything I'd ever done before, but probably like day 2 of staff training I decided there's no way to get through this without just doing it. And once you like jump in and put all your energy into everything, camp becomes a better place than just a job. It becomes something that's fun, something that shapes you, something that you shape kids with, and you can't do any of that without jumping in, but with both feet and just completely buying in.
I guess I have 2 pieces of advice. My first would be kind of like that, just jumping in, like taking risks. Don't be afraid to ask your facilitator, like, hey, can I do this, or can I act here? I was really afraid to act on stage for the first time, and it ended up being so fun, and like my campers loved it. They thought it was so cool that I was on stage. So definitely just step outside of your own comfort zone and take risks during camp. And my second piece of advice would be don't give up. The first day, since it's my first camp, I was super bummed because everyone talked about how like the campers grow so much, and like the first and kind of second day I was like, they haven't done anything, and I was like kind of bummed. But by like even the third day, like second half of the second day, they really start to open up, and by the end, like they have changed so much. And so really keep going and don't give up on them, and know that they, like, you have such an impact on their lives, so keep going and keep trying.